Sketch tools continues. First command is convert entities. Convert entities is used to convert the existing reference edges into an reference entity. You can see in this image, I want to use the existing edge of this bottom feature on this plane. Now what I did is I selected the command called as convert entities, and I selected the edges over this plane, and this entities has been created. This we call as convert entities, and this symbol will give you an view it is convert entities. Once you complete all this, there is one more powerful tool in SolidWorks, especially for sketching, that is trim. You have a number of trim tools available in Sketcher environment. You want to use power trim, which can dynamically and randomly can trim number of sketches, and corner trim will give you an option to do both corner and extend. Trim away outside, trim to closest. And here you can see an example and picture which will give you an overall view about trim to closest. Now let's see this in SolidWorks how we can do this. I will delete this sketch entities and I will create one more sketch on this face, and this will be using for the convert to entities. I will use this to create a model, that is I will add a sketch over here, and what I will do as of now, you'll just watch how I'm just using the command convert to entities, and here the plane has been created. Over this plane we are going to sketch. Go to sketch, and here what I need to do is I need to use the existing edges over here for my next feature creation, or I can choose I need these edges for the other sketch creation. Now what I need to do is select the edge, or go to the command first and select this edges. If you select these edges, you can see here you have the option of select chain, so that when you select one edge, the complete edge will be selected. And now what I will do is I'll select this whole face and click OK here. And if I click OK here, you can see here the entire sketch has been, the entire edge has been projected as an sketch on this plane. This is convert to entities, and this is applicable only for the faces, that is planar faces. And when you want to project the silhouette edges, we want to use the other command, that is intersection curve we have to use, and that's the only way of getting the reference edge based on the silhouette edge, reference geometry based on the silhouette edge. The next command is trim corners. Let's see how we can do trimming process in SolidWorks. I'll go and choose front plane. I will create sketches and I want to trim this. I'll go and create the I should create the sketch where I need to trim something. Now we are going to trim the sketches. If I draw something wrong, means I didn't close it properly, and we want to trim. And let's see how we can do this. To activate trim command, you can get from here trim entities. We have power trim. Using power trim, what you can do is we can randomly drag the cursor and you can trim this. This is one way. And the same trim command, if you use power trim, and if I choose this line segment, if I move this, you can see it will extend up to this edge. This is also possible in power trim. And let's see one more method of doing trimming. I will use corner. If you use corner, you can see the sharp corner is there. If I select these two edges, you can see it will be closed. And if I use these two edges, that is these edges, exactly the extending edges will be trimmed. And now let's look into one more process, that is a trim. And I will say I don't require this one, that is inside one. Now what I will do, I'll create the intersection line segments. Here I create one more line, and here one more line, and here I will require one more line. Now what I will do, I'll go to trim. I will say trim away inside. first you need to select two boundaries, this boundary and this boundary, and I can just select crossing polygon. You can see the adjust entities will be trimmed. And when you go to the same trim command, you have trim outside, trim away outside. I'll select these three entities and I will select in this way. You can see the outside entities will be trimmed. Okay, here it is not intersecting, correct. And next let us look into trim to closest. Trim to closest, as we've seen in the PPT itself, if I use trim to closest, you will have exactly the option of going to the nearby point, and there you can trim this. This is the different trim option available in SolidWorks. And with the continuation of this, I would like to show you the interesting extend entity tool, which will help you to exactly extend. If you have any closed, if you have the boundaries, definitely the entities will be exactly extended. And this I have to extend, and this I have to extend, and here I want to extend. So extending an entity is easy. And when you create any line segment, say I have a line segment like this and have a line segment up to here, and when I go to extend command, it will give you an option how much you can extend, up to which boundary. If I say this I have to extend up to where, I can say up to here I can extend. So this is how we can do trim extend in SolidWorks.